Welcome back to Devotions from History. History remembers Richard Coeur d'Lion, the Lionheart, as a great medieval king and warrior. But his death on April 7th of 1199 was caused not by battles or the Crusades, but by a small boy with a small arrow. Richard was in France, walking around the perimeter of a French castle, and he felt quite safe. He didn't have his chainmail on, and there was really no cause to worry about attack. He looked up on top of the wall and saw some of the defenders from the day, and one in particular amused him greatly. There on the wall was a man with a crossbow in one hand and a frying pan in the other. He had been using the frying pan all day to ward off arrows, and he was just standing up there watching the king walk. Now out of the blue came an arrow from that crossbow, and it struck the king squarely in the neck. Richard tried to remove the arrow when he got back to his tent, but he was unable to do so successfully, and the wounds quickly took on the characteristics of gangrene, and Richard knew that life was short for him. He called the man to come before him. Turns out the man was a boy, and the boy claimed that Richard had killed his father and his two brothers, and the boy felt it his duty and honor to defend and avenge his family by killing King Richard. Well, the king, in a last act of mercy, even the boy expected to be executed for his crime, the king sent him away, gave him 100 shillings, and told him that avenging his family was an honorable thing to do. Well, it was just a few hours after that the great King Richard was dead, died in the arms of his mother, Eleanor of Aquitaine. His death was later referred to as the lion that by the ant was slain. Now, history shows us of several great men and women brought down by insignificant and small things. You know, sometimes we get to feeling safe. We think we don't need our armor on and our protection. We think that we have reached a point where we are safe from all harm, and the insignificant things began to be a little too insignificant. Solomon reminds us that it is the little foxes that spoil the vine. And today, on this day, as we remember the great Lionheart that was slain by one small arrow from one small boy, we need to be vigilant in the small things that seem so insignificant, because it is when we feel so safe that we are probably in some of the most danger of falling. And we want to make history that shows from beginning to end the greatness of our character. Don't let the little foxes bring you down today.